Okay, look at this cool book. I don't know, I can't tell. Maybe you can as we read it, but is it for real? Are they on a boat for real? Or are they in their bed before they go to bed? Making this up. Are they sleeping? Are they dreaming? Are they awake? Think about these questions. Lots of questions. All right, the name of this book, and this book just came out in 2023, so it's brand new. Bark Ship Bonnie. A bark ship is a real thing, you know. And I'm not going to read all the definitions, but there's some great vocabulary words in here. And if you want to do a study about ships with your teacher, you can learn some new vocabulary words about ships. This is a real ship, a bark ship. A bark ship is a small sailing ship with 3 or more masts. 1 mast, 2 masts, 3 masts, but they're not called that exactly in this book. You can find out what they're called if you check this out at the library. Look at all these cool vocabulary words that are in this book. I guess you have to be really smart to understand all these words and all these definitions, but it would make a great study of ships. Yes, if you like the sea and the water and ships, this is a great book for you. And it's brand new. Bonnie Lass and Bark Sailor on a bark ship cast off. They set sail. They choose and chase sea tails. They befriend the whales. They scope islands. They outwit squalls and make it home in time to slip back into the slip and sleep in this delightful, salty tale of a girl, her dog, and a boat. Is it real? Is it not real? Is it in our dreams? I don't know. You have to think about it. By Stephanie Stayeb and art by Fiona Lee. I hope I said her name right. Stayeb. Pretty cool book. Oh, I have to read fast. A lot of words in this book. I hope you can see the pictures. Bonnie Lass and Bark Sailor on a bark ship tethered to a pier. Rise and fall, brush and rub, and promise no boring mooring. Whoever wrote this book has definitely been on a boat. Loosen lines, plunge spotted paddles into the harbor blue. Free hairy hull, launch furry berth, hoist the mainsail, hold fast to the main sheet, cast off. Some cool pictures in this book. You really should go check it out at the library. Are they in the water for real? Are they pretending? Are they in the living room with sheets over the couches and the tables and the lamps? Are they in their bed dreaming? What is it all about? Are they dreaming about this? Are they really in the water? I don't know. You have to be the judge. Clipper, skipper, one and the same. Put out to sea. Look at the dog. That's so funny. You see the dog. Bonnie Lass and Bark Sailor, take the helm. Mind the wind and wind vanes high. Point and mark the course. Whisker rigging by the fathoms. Leash canvas, coat to mast. Harness the air. Wag up foamy wake with fluffy rudder aft. Set sail. Sail away. Kind of looks like a bunch of sheets, doesn't it? From the laundry closet. I don't know. Is it for real or is it for fake? Lap the salty froth, sniff mizzen stern, sneeze at briny breeze, frolic the swells, chase the sea tails. I think I see a whale. Do you see a whale? Maybe it's for real. I see a lot of birds. I see some fish. Nipping gulls, kissing fish, gnawing sharks, tugging squid. Ponder whales, befriend them all. look at those cool pictures. What a great artist. Bonnie Lass and Bark Sailor on a bark ship. Scope abandoned island. Spy treats upon the beach. Dig at sinking sand. Fetch treasure from beneath. Beg and plead. The clams and oysters reveal their stories deep. Look at the dog digging. That's so cute. Look at that. This little girl has a great imagination. I do know that. Look at the dog. He's taking a nap. Oh boy, looks like a storm's coming. Heal the rising tide. Listen to the wind. Sulk at shrinking shore. Unmoor. Watch the whitecaps. Protect the loyal keel. Train to sound the bells and the barks. As stranger waters near. As stranger ground appears. Aha. I see a bird in the tree. She's standing in the water. Did she get those sheets from Mom's laundry closet? What's going on here? Is this for real? I don't know, but she knows a lot of words about sailing and ships and the names of things. Bonnie Lass and Bark Sailor, clang bells, bark alarms, grip the lines, cleat the ropes, grip teeth, anchor toes and claws, all hands and paws on deck. Oh, look at the wind. It's a strong wind. Oh, it's a storm. Batten down the hatches and the haunches. Keep trouble at bay. Wait, did I read that backwards? Batten down the hatches. Keep trouble at bay. No time for tricks. Shake the stubborn storm. Shed the squall astray. Don't give up the ship. Don't give up the ship. It's a big storm. Oh, hold on. They're pretending pretty good, aren't they? What happened? What happened? Looks like they're on the ship or on the sand or something. Trade winds for fair weather and following seas. Open scuppers. Swab the deck. Mop the slobber. Soak in sun and salt air from the bow that kindly dries a bonny lass and a bark sailor. Ooh, look at that nice bird. They're watching the bird fly, and there's other birds in the background, and the storm seems to be passing by, and there's houses in the distance. What is that? Something in the water? See that? When wind spills from sails, sun slides from sky, bonny lass and bark sailor on a bark ship, and curl into a life ring, or roomy raft, matters not. Oh my goodness, we got a storm a-coming. For real. Float, gulls nap, fish snooze, sharks slumber, squid drowse, whales dream. I think I see a whale. Do you see a whale? Maybe more than one. This is great artwork. What a great artist. Oh wow, I think they're snoozing in the boat. Is it nap time or is it nighttime? This is a pretty cool book. This reminds me of my boat picture up here. Isn't that a cool boat picture? It's pretty old, but it's pretty cool. And drift back to home port. Slip into the slip. Sleep. 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 Is that where they're going? To sleep? The bird is sleeping. And that's the end. I think this is such a cool book with all these great new words about votes. If you live around water, this would be a great book to go get from the library. Look at the little girl, the Bonnie Lass. Yay, that's a great book. Thanks, guys, for sharing my story hour today. Actually, it wasn't an hour, maybe 15 minutes. See you next time. Bye.